5, Alex Rasmani. Number 42, Hunter Panzik. Number 44, Daniel Enoch. And number 56 will be Wes Payne. Getting ready for the opening face-off, and to no surprise, Daniel Haimes will do the honor for the Air Force Academy Falcons. He was 11 for 22 last week. Now for the Pioneers of Denver, Blake Kurski. So the Pioneers get on the board first. Mick Kelly had a hat trick last week. So he's now got 4 goals in 2 games as the face-off goes to Air Force. This has got to be an encouraging sign. Ball is now loose. And let's see who comes up with it. It looks like the Pioneers had it. Now they drop it. Look at the Air Force defense. They are really playing a very tight D right now, Danny, and they get possession of the ball.
Yeah, that's just all-out hustle and heart right there to get that ball back. And then the Air Force should have their first stop. There you saw he had to do a come across from the cage for the slide. It was just a little too late, and the guy had a step above the GLE and was able to put it in.
And here we go once again with the face-off. Well, that's close to the Denver goal. I believe that possession will be credited to Air Force on that. So looks like the face-off opportunities, even though there was a lot of digging and scratching going on down there. Denver leading it by the score of 2-0. Back once again here at the United States Air Force Academy, where Hunter Panzik has cut the lead to 2-1 in favor of the Denver Pioneers. And the face-off won by Air Force. Certainly a good sign. Unfortunately, an errant pass gives the ball back to the Pioneers. They lose the ball. Picked up by Air Force. And come back and score the next 2 goals of the game. And that is where we stand at the 4:55 mark in the first quarter.
Yeah, now Air Force needs to be careful here. They got to just keep playing their game, because if you watched last week's game between Denver and Hopkins, unfortunately we just stepped out of bounds there. It's going to go Denver. But you saw Hopkins went up pretty early. When their man down has to keep compact, keep their eyes on anybody on the crease, and get ready to check if there's any balls fed to the front of the crease.
Denver in possession. We said at the outset that the temperature was 40 degrees. I think it's dropped. Taking a look at that, that should be Lucas Kloku, who got the goal for the Pioneers. So it's been 2-2-2. First 2 by Denver University, next 2 by Air Force, next 2 by Denver University. So once again, the Falcons trying to climb the mountain here. Less than a minute to play here in period number 1. Jeffrey Orman, Danny Bellissimo here at the United States Air Force Academy.
All alone right on the crease to finish it.
Again, Daniel Haimes will be centering it for the Air Force Academy Falcons. Knocked down. We're still digging. We're still scratching. And all of a sudden, it's now the long stick, and it's going to be the Pioneers that have it. 3 seconds on a blustery afternoon here at Falcons Stadium. Ball on the ground. Pioneers will have it. And that has been pretty much the tail of the tape of this game so far. That's been the biggest lead for Denver all afternoon. And, of course, the Air Force Academy Falcons have had to play chase. Need to get a face-off win, and they do. Play's starting to intensify a little bit. I think there was a pass that went a little bit long.
Yep, Denver's done a pretty good job off the wings on all the...
Go back to the face-off. See the time remaining here in the second quarter. And the one thing you don't want to do right now, and Danny, I think you mentioned that, you say they like to score in bunches. Well, bit of a run right here. And they got the face-off, which Air Force could have desperately, well, used to kind of break the momentum a little bit anyway. Now the Falcons have the ball. Head coach Matt Brown in his second year, and what a freshman year he had, right? 13-5 in a trip to the NCAAs where they made it to the semifinals. That's looks like an errant pass, 50-50 ball. Air Force comes up with it. Beat off to the right side. I think they just want to settle down a little bit, not get too crazy.
Goals on the board in heaps.
First things first, got to win the face-off. Ball is knocked around. Pioneers in possession. Taken away by Air Force. I think Josh Yago might have had something to do with that. I believe he got that steal.
Yep, he's by far the quickest person on the field. And he saw that ball come loose.
2-goal run by the Pioneers as we get the face-off. Ball still loose. Ball still loose. And now possession will go to the Falcons. A lot of traffic, a lot of bodies on that one. And now we have what? We have a stoppage of play, probably a timeout, and I'm guessing that's exactly what it is. So with 3:03 left to go, Denver University. On now for the Pioneers. 5-goal lead. 3 seconds left to go. Might just be a catch and shoot, or the ball is flipped in the general direction of the Air Force Academy goal, and we will now go to halftime as the Pioneers of Denver University lead the Air Force Academy by the score of 9-4. We'll take a break. Pioneers build up a 7-goal lead. Kelly with his second goal of the day. He scored the first goal of the match for Denver. And again, the Pioneers have the face-off.
You know, Jake Knapp had a real nice little pop there at the face-off dot. And Air Force is back on the board, 12-6.
Nick Walter putting it in the can for the Air Force Academy Falcons. It's now 12-6. The fourth quarter. See if they can find that first quarter. Well, let's see. Still digging for that face-off. They're still battling for it. 50-50 ball, and I think Air Force has it finally after all of that. Falcons trailed by only one, 4-3, then got outscored 5-1, and the Mo has certainly gone Denver's way since then as we look at the fourth quarter face-off.
Yeah, you know, there's a reason why Denver started the season as a top 10 team in the country.
Pioneers certainly getting that opportunity to run and hide as they get another face-off here. Of course, the Falcons did get a goal at last as Wes Peen put it in the back of the net for the, and I think he's been doing it all. I think he's going all the way at that spot, if I'm not mistaken. Or, no, I beg your pardon. That is a change there, I think. Nope. Get the face off. That's exactly what you need to do, and they have. First half, when there was only a 5-4 game, Denver's outscored the Falcons 9-4. Old man Mo.
Yep, you know, last week against Lafayette, they came out, they scored, they had an early lead, and the second half was kind of disastrous for Air Force. Kind of seeing the same thing today. However, if we recall last season, Air Force went into conference play, like you said during the break, 2-4, and then rattled off 7 straight wins. So Air Force kind of has a history of starting seasons off a little slow. Maybe it's we don't get as much practice because of the winter weather up here, but hopefully Air